Dear people at the receivers, the death of George Floyd caused worldwide dismay. To his own dismay, he caused it as well to the geriatric foreign affairs representative of the EU, Josep Borell. His at a different point presented point of view, which states that the USA had to kill only 4 natives to form the nation, predestined the spiritual descendants of Spanish colonists to urgently give a comment on the topic of racism. He described the current brutal police force in the USA, to his own surprise, somehow accurately as abuse of power. I am convinced that something predestines him for this comment. His description of brutal police force during the Catalan as fake news, isn't it? Because the bloody crackdown of peaceful voters by paramilitary and post-fascist inspired Guardia Civil, which massive use of batons and rubber munition brought 4,000 injured at one day, is best documented on video recordings. Nonetheless, I am putting my faith into the visionary potential of this man. After all, he already predicted in 2017, directly after the Catalan referendum, that all of Catalan had to be completely disinfected. And to this time COVID-19 wasn't even invented. And now look at that. The quick 73-year-old criminal, insider trading, found, to his own surprise, last week that disproportionate police brutality needs to be fought and denounced, here in the USA and everywhere. Awesome. But because to me everywhere seems a little bit vague and the USA too vast, I will advance to denounce and fight here. And I for myself think that the police attacks against protesters and the journalists at the G20 protests, with Hamburg's former mayor Olaf Scholz in charge, amnesia and crisis-shocked spontaneously re-social democratized finance minister, should not stay without consequences. Just as the months-long lasting violence excesses and rubber munition massacres committed by the French mass enforcement officers to the Yellow Vest students, pupils, firemen, nurses and rent reform opponents. In the first half of the year 2019, over 3,000 injuries were counted, 314 of which were to the head. 24 young people which protested on the streets for improvement of their life quality, 1 lost an eye, 5 lost a hand. If violence in European societies flourishes so rich that it can be performed unpunished against thousands of protesters, if racism flourishes so well that police forces in France, Belgium or Germany can kill black citizens nearly unnoticed, and if ignorance can flourish so good that high political representatives as Josep Borell can act as all of this is none of his business, then this isn't my Europe. Maybe the European Council, those 27 guys which you out there voted for, could finally forbid the use of military-grade equipment for police forces in the self-appointed human rights paradise European Union. Or at least pass the anti-discrimination law which the Council is blocking for over 12 years. Germany will be from the 1st July Council President. Wink smiley. Thank you very much.